Tell me if this is one of the best things you've seen after she's done. You will love this. Thank you for going.
Turn to someone to your next, to the left, and just say, you are wonderful.
You are wonderful.
Now turn to the person on the right and say, and you're magnificent.
You're magnificent.
And then just put your hand on yourself and say, there's more to me than what you see. What a wonderful group of people to be able to come and know that you're among winners when you come to people who invest in themselves. You know, my favorite book says that we have a treasure in dirt. So I have good dirt, you have good dirt, and dirt is something remarkable about it. It'll grow whatever you plant into it. So if you come here today to plant the revelation, not just the information. Information without revelation produces imitation and leads to stagnation. Would you want me to say that again? Information without revelation produces imitation and leads to stagnation. We cannot just continue to do just what appeals to our mind, but there has to be that unveiling of a vision. Without a vision, you're not going to prosper. So you come among these people who are incredible entrepreneurs, people that can exhort, can edify, can build up and do wonderful, wonderful things, and giving us a plan of action. Now, what I have found out in my life is that many times people get excited, ignited, delighted about something, but they fizzle out. They start, but they don't finish. Has anybody besides me ever done that? And so what we want to do is to be able to get a hold of the truth and say, wait just a minute now, I need to understand when they begin to tell me, these speakers say, you know, here's an avenue of revenue, here's something, you'll get this program, and you'll do this, and you'll do this, and this one made $50 million, this one made $20 million, and you think, wait a minute, I desire the benefit, but I don't know if I want to embrace the procedure. Well, because you're different, because you're champions. Champions live differently than ordinary people who can say, I am a champion. I am a champion. You have to begin with telling yourself that. That's so very important. My favorite book says, without faith it's impossible to please God, but I found out without faith it's impossible to please anybody. The people that you want to be with are people that think you're wonderful. Have you noticed that? So I tell people all the time, be with people who celebrate you, not tolerate you. So you need that positive influence. You need to, what you sow, you're going to either reap or weep. So we sow wonderful information to people, and we are exhorted. I don't mean flattery. I mean really where you look and you begin to find positive things to say about people. Then there comes an ability to hear what a person is saying. When you say, I know anytime that I'm going to be with Clarice, she's going to say something good to me because I have trained my brain to look for good and not look for bad. Who can say, I choose to see the good things, not the bad things, not the weak things, not the wicked things, to create by calling the things that are not to be the things that are. It's an amazing thing when we talk about beginning a work and not finishing it. As a child, I was an only child, and I was one big enthusiastic kid. And one of the reasons I was so enthusiastic, being an only child, my mother and daddy thought I was the best kid in the world because I was the only one that they had. So consequently, if you're the only thing that's out there, and people say that you're great at this, begin to agree that you are great. I would look in the mirror and say, I'm so great, my daddy told me I was great. And then if you don't have a daddy or mama to tell you you're great, you look in the mirror and call yourself great. You begin to build your own self up. Is that important for us to understand? So knowing that it was just a part of my daily life to be blessed. And to be blessed means to be empowered to do wonderful things. So it was during the summertime, and I was 6 years old. I'll never forget this. Now, life was a little different in those days, and I'm from Monroe, Louisiana, and that's the home of Duck Dynasty, y'all. So it's what it's all quacked up to be. But it was a sleepy little southern town, and then I lived about 2 blocks from the local movie house. And it was air conditioned, and it was a safe place to go. And for 25 cents, my mom would give me 25 cents on Saturday at 6 years old, and I would walk to the movie because I was a champion. I knew nobody was going to bother me because I was a champion. My mama told me I was a champion. My daddy told me I'm a champion. And I've come to tell you, you're a champion. You are not ordinary, you are extraordinary. Now pat yourself on the shoulder right there and say, whoa, anything anybody's ever said to you that does not line up with the fact that you're a champion, we just call that a liar, and it has to leave. We just have to make a decision to believe good things. So here it was, Mother give me 25 cents. I could go to the movie for 9 cents, and then for a nickel I could buy popcorn. For another nickel I could buy a Coke, and for another nickel I could buy a hot dog, and then I'd have a penny left over. I could get bubble gum. Life was great. I'm telling you, it was just so wonderful. And this one particular day that changed my life because I saw something I had never seen before. There was a movie that particular day with an incredible movie star named Esther Williams. Now, Esther Williams was an Olympic swimming star. She was so beautiful and she was so wonderful. And I watched, and my little mind began to conceive of a vision. I began to realize, this is what I want to do with my life. I'm going to go to Hollywood, and I'm going to find Miss Esther, and I'm going to swim with her. And she talked about swimming in the English Channel. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I had